Field at Mile High in Denver. It's Week 3 of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Drew Lock and the Denver Broncos taking on Tom Brady and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Here come the Buccaneers, led by their new quarterback for 2020. Of course, you know the story by now. His 21st season, first in Tampa. It's Tom Brady.
You enjoyed watching that game tape, didn't you?
Yeah,
Last week's game.
Good. 4 touchdowns, 1 pick.
Now, you were a little upset about the pick. I didn't know if you would play him this week or not if you were the head coach.
Hey, they got the win.
They got the win, so you got to give him another chance?
Give him another shot.
All right, I think the ratio's pretty good. He'll try to eliminate the interception, but he wants to keep that hot streak going, throwing touchdown passes.
And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage after it.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. And we're only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And what's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact, and he'll go deep.
Now left side on the swing pass. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line.
Complete.
That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that'll make it 3rd down. From the gun, it's Brady. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35.
Brady's pass. Complete.
15 yards as Tampa Bay picks up the first.
First down, Buccaneers.
From the shotgun, a give to Jones. Down to the 30 after a gain of 3.
Ronald Jones, the ball carrier.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. But let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains. That means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
Working from the gun, it's Brady. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll go for it. It's Brady. Open man is Westbrook, complete. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. Now Brady. And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. Chris Godwin, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bucs take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Well, these these guys scored touchdown after touchdown in that win a week ago. So how do they come out this week? Same way. They've got that momentum going, a touchdown on the opening drive.
I think it's safe to say that they're in a groove, isn't it? I mean, a lot of times we've seen where teams have scored a ton of points the week before. The very next week struggle to score almost as if they used it all up. Not in this case. This group appears locked in.
We're going to have to make some adjustments if you're on the other side of that football. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it.
At their own 25-yard line.
Lock in the Broncos going to come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now a first carry for Melvin Gordon. Oh, what a juke into space. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. All told, it's an even 30 and a first down. They went with the nickel look defensively, so they had 5 defensive backs in there. Didn't help them stop the run.
Yeah, I love that, the nickel look. 5 cents, 5 DBs. But what also happens then? You take a big body off the field in order to insert that guy. So you're taking a big off for a little. And oftentimes you can run the football effectively against that defense.
So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. Melvin Gordon, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying the football game. Nice job of polishing off that drive, and all the credit there goes to that play prior.
Yeah, it certainly does, because after that big play, I think resistance almost felt futile at that point, didn't it? And the very next play, they come right back, quick, fast, and in a hurry, and put it in the end zone.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Well, that's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that, because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. Now let's check on the call.
Offense.
Come on, baby, we got to do our job.
Though, you can't hold them.
After the penalty, it's Jones. And he stopped immediately there.
Ronald Jones, the ball.
No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
Right at the line of scrimmage.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Brady. The open man is Westbrook. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory.
A gain of 18.
That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards. Brady going to fake the give to Jones and set up to throw. And a first hookup with his all-pro tight end, Rob Gronkowski. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down. These two teams all tied after 1.
7-7.
Now a 1st down carry by Jones. Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13.
Ronald Jones.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
2nd and 6.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And here he'll get it down to the 7.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Brady to throw on 3rd and 1. Good work by that Bronco defense, and it leads to a 4th down. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You got to get it done with your offensive unit.
And the Bucs are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. So give them the 1st down. 1st and goal after a pickup of 4, and the decision to go for it pays off. They'll try and run it in with Jones. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Ronald Jones, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bucs have taken the lead. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it's Ronald Jones that polishes it off with a touchdown run.
Bradley Pinion to kick off for Tampa Bay.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. Taken about 7 yards deep. And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it. So now the 2nd drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. Block working out of the gun. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. On the delayed handoff, this is Gordon. And he'll just plow right into a host of tacklers. Nothing there at all, and it'll be 2nd and 10.
Right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
Delayed give there out of the gun. Defense was ready.
And I'm not a big fan of a draw play out of the shotgun formation because the quarterback's not having much action where he's getting away from the line of scrimmage. He's catching the football, making a little head fake, and then handing it off. You should be able to read it as they did there.
And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
Devin White on the
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. He's going to wind up and air it out. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Sean Murphy Bunting. And he will bring this across midfield to the 49-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
A gain of 12.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. We often give credit to the O-line there. 2 tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, and that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also get downfield and catch the football.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A 2nd one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored 1, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter, 14-7. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. This into the hands of his running back, Ronald Jones. And he is going to have a Bucs 1st down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard.
1st down, Buccaneers.
Throwing on 1st down is Brady. And now a fumble. Brady loses the football. It's picked up by the Broncos. The 40, the 20, 10. And this is going to be brought back for a Denver touchdown. And that's a linebacker showing he can move pretty good with a football in his hand.
That's not just a short shuttle now. He took it a pretty good distance, didn't he? Did you get the 40 time on that?
I didn't, but he got 6 points out of it. I know that in a great play for that defensive unit. Extra point from McManus is good. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
On the return. The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 20.
Back now comes Tampa Bay. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get.
A throw for Westbrook, but it's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
After the turnover, here's Locke. Got Gordon open, completes it. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Tim Patrick, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Broncos have broken the tie.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. This is T.J. Logan to return it. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. Inside of a minute left in the half, does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
Brady now on 1st down. Oh, he's thinking end zone for Evans. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Play action. Now it's Brady. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1.
First down.
On 1st down, Brady. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Brady. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Brady's pass. Intercepted.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
A solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. And we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup. Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. Taken about 7 yards deep. And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it. So here are the Broncos to take over on offense. They were winners a week ago over the Steelers, and they lead this one as well as they start here 1st and 10. The pass there complete to Sutton. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. Locke going to hand it off here to Gordon. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 42-yard line.
On 2nd and 11 now. Locke. This is the tight end Fan. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Now Gordon on 1st down. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
3rd down and 6.
Shotgun snap to Locke. Got a man, it's Judy, complete. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. They'll run on 1st down. It's Gordon. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
At the 14-yard line.
From the gun, it's Locke. Now Locke, he lost the football. It's out.
Tom Brady sacked.
Able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
He's got his big tight end, Fan. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. And McManus able to put it through. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10.
24.
So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their work.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they wanted. And Brady going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
At the 34-yard line.
Throwing on first down is Locke. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. 2nd and 10 now. Third quarter action in Denver.
But defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover.
And down he goes. A Buccaneer sack. Credit the sack to Vita Vea.
Oh, you know, that did not feel good. Vita Vea with the sack there. And we know he's a big-time presence on the defensive line, especially against the run. But he'll surprise you with his quickness and his upfield agility in order to get to the quarterback. If you're blocking him, it's going to be a long afternoon or evening, a tough proposition.
Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
Sacked by Jason Pierre-Paul. The tackle made back at his own 40.
The Broncos send out their punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. Welcome back now to Denver as we're about ready to rock and roll for the fourth and final quarter. And well done here. That one will kick out of bounds at about the 8-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game. But this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
A good pickup there on first as the screen pass gets them 8.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Looking to throw again on second down. Brady, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. The Bucs on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. And he completes it to Westbrook. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. A big pickup there, 18 yards and a Buccaneer first. Brady to throw again. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Westbrook.
I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over him, and they got there to break that one up.
The throw there by Brady, intended for Gronkowski, but incomplete.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
Brady going to go on 4th down. And this is caught. It's pulled in by Gronkowski. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. Brady now on 1st down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well. Incomplete.
Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. Now a play fake. Brady. This is caught inside the 15. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. You're at the point in the game right now where you got to start taking some chances, and that chance paid off.
And it's a good idea to be that aggressive because, truthfully, the defensive guys, they're just playing not to make a mistake. That often means you can make a big play against them.
And he's got Gronkowski. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Rob Gronkowski there to make the grab. And the Bucs have made this a one-score game.
You got to figure down by the goal line. This is where a tight end earns his money in the high traffic area. And he's able to work free in the middle of the end zone and grabs that one for a touchdown.
Extra point up and good by Suckup. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it. 25-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand-new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit. You tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
And then, by the way, Gordon loses the football. It's loose.
Melvin Gordon on the carry.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get them home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. He was looking for the rookie Jerry Jeudy there. And that'll make it 3rd down.
3rd down and 10.
Operating from the gun. Block. He's going to drop this one down to Gordon. And to the 49-yard line, but no further. And obviously he is well short of the first. That's going to bring up 4th down. Only a gain of 2 there. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 32.
So here's Brady and the Bucs. Down 24-21, a minute 56 to go. Their perfect start to the season in jeopardy unless they can score here as they've got it 1st and 10. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off near the 26. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. That That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
23-yard line.
This is Gordon as they go to him again. And the Buccaneer defense for the second straight play, flexing its muscle by forcing a loss. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
40-yard attempt.
The kick by McManus is good. And that will add 3 more to their lead. It pushes it up to 6. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Steps away. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off around the 27. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14.
The 2-point conversion is...
I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for 2, and they did.
Oh, yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? There's a turnover, you take it away. They stuck it in the end zone. Keep the momentum going. Give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stopping that 2-point attempt.
Now Brady to try again after the pick 6. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
We've seen that the deep ball has been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. On play action, it's Brady. His throw incomplete.
Brady's pass.
Looking for his all-pro tight end, Rob Gronkowski, and it's 3rd down.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Brady going to fake the give to Jones and set up to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Intended for Mike Evans. Incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. He's got Evans. And they're able to get this one across the 35. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a...
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And he's got room. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown.
McManus lining up for the extra point.
And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Bucs take over.
Back now comes Tampa Bay. Their mini two-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. He's going to let it fly. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And he will take this all the way down to the 38-yard line. Brady, yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Today's final score.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.